What is up, Sideways fam? Welcome back to the channel. We're here with another Mark III at the shop. It's been a little while. Got a lot of stuff to do. Let's go ahead and give it a quick walk around right now and show you guys what we're going to be doing today. So it's this really cool teal car. I guess it's all OEM. Haven't gotten one like this color. Definitely kind of jealous. I kind of like the blue on blue. But 1jzgte SOAR JZZ30 swap into it. They just set the engine in and tried to kind of do some stuff themselves. It doesn't look like they even started on the wiring. Tried to run a new radiator with a big 14-inch fan that we said you got to go clutch fan or it's going to overheat, because we already know all Mark III problems are going to be like that. I've already gone ahead and built him a wiring harness. Let's get a quick walk around of the car. Got RPF 1s on it. Other than that, yeah, I mean, like it's actually very, very, very clean. I really, really like the color, to be completely honest. And it's just, yeah, man, just super, super excited about building this thing. This is for our buddy AJ. Interior all is pretty cool. It's really clean inside. Like, the car must have been grandma kept or something. It's got that cool year with the cool steering wheel in it. Got a lot of stuff to put together. He's got like a CX Racing intercooler kit or something of that sort that we got to put back on. But one of the funniest things about this that some people may enjoy or may not enjoy is going to be, we're actually leaving the engine pretty much stock. So it's going to be twin turbos left on flex fuel E85 Aem Infinity. We're going to ditch the factory injector, because who the hell wants to pay to get their car tuned on Infinity or tuned in general with the prices they are right now on stock fueling. We'll go ahead and drop just 1000cc injectors in it, and we're gonna just kind of see what she does. You know, we'll put a Walbro 450 in it. We'll go ahead and do all the little knick-knack stuff. We're gonna go ahead and fix the clutch fan. We're gonna get it all together, get everything working in the car, and then send him on his way. So it'll be kind of a short video because we don't have too much to do, to be completely honest. Radiator lines and heater lines are hooked up. Caden's gonna go ahead and remove the intake manifold today. We're gonna get the fuel rail, the fuel injectors, the fuel lines converted in the front. Then we'll go ahead and plug in my new wiring harness, get the intercooler piping plugged in today, get the ECU plugged in today, and then hopefully tomorrow or the next day we'll be getting this car started. It should be a pretty short, maybe 1 or 2 videos on this thing, and then it'll be on dyno. So let's get it. All right, guys, so we have the intake manifold out, and old wiring harnesses here that we're gonna have to cut a few connectors off that we're gonna need for our stuff. His AC compressors here too. I'm going to try to show you guys how to do the conversion for your Mark III chassis, if it does work. I don't know if the GE and the GTE one are the same, but we'll see if it transfers over. But basically what you'll do is this 4-bolt adapter on top of this with the Allens, you should be able to unbolt this and bolt it onto a 2jzgte top, or I guess majority of the older GTE stuff will have that kind of connector. So we'll try it, see if it's gonna hook up. If not, he's gonna have to pay to get custom lines made, and he can do that later, and it is what it is. But the customer did want AC, so we did wire for that. We need to go ahead and strip the intake manifold down to make more room and to make it all kind of work. So we'll be pulling off all the stuff that we're not gonna be needing, and capping everything off that we're not gonna be needing as well. And so what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna actually put a sandwich plate in for all his sensors, because I think it looks a lot cleaner and it's a little bit easier to work with. So we're going to be looping the heater line back into the block right now. We're going to be deleting the IAC lines, because we're going to be going ahead and running an idler control block off, because we don't need that. I don't really agree with it. I know that some people are going to be like, but Robert, you need to do that. You need to run that. What are you talking about? Well, my tuner and how we set everything up, the car's idle perfect, even with no idler control valve. And it's one less thing to have for leaky boost and for, you know, boost having to open and close the valve or whatever the deal is. I've had issues with those things leaking and having boost leaks through them. So we just kind of eliminate them and make it, you know, less traumatic. So we're gonna go ahead and get all that situated, pull the power steering pump off, pull the belt off. We'll go ahead and try to see if we can do the conversion for the AC, bolt it back in, bolt the pump back in, get the fuel lines all ripped out with the rip this dampener out that's right here. This went to the back of the fuel rail. As you can see, it's here. And the fuel line here runs from the hard line of the tank that's down there. We're gonna have to put a conversion line in here to go now to his top feed fuel rail that we're gonna be putting in. I'm gonna set up his top feed rail right now in here while Caden is getting everything all situated and clean all this stuff up, because it is just super freaking nasty. Yeah, I don't wanna put it back in the car like that. So let's get back to work. Okay guys, some more major progress going on. So we're hooking up the flex fuel sensor right now. These are quick disconnect 5/16 adapters or 3/8 adapters. They sell them in both sizes. We're gonna go ahead and put this in between our return line, so we can go ahead and pick up any kind of content for fuel for E85, 91, race gas, whatever we want to run. We're going to put this in between the intake manifolds. It'll be easily accessible and make it look good. Already mounted the fuel pressure regulator to make sure that's good. Feed line is done, already in the nylon braided line. The return line is getting hooked up right now. He's just going to finish cutting it and bolt that in. So we should be able to get everything in here planted and ready before we put the intake manifold on it. And then plug in harness, and then pretty much majority of the stuff will be done. Alrighty, so intake manifold is on. I went ahead and did all the connectors in blue this time because the car's blue. So, and I ran out of yellow labels for our harnesses, so blue it is this time. We're all plugged in. I actually just got these brand new grommets in for Mk3 cars. Instead of having to run our plate and having us have to like tap the bolts in and get it all like put together, I have a grommet, like a S chassis that'll fit in the firewall. We'll get this tucked behind the little heater valve right there, and should be pretty quick. I mean, like, starter's gonna plug in. We got our power wire for main power to the chassis. It's gonna go to the starter. A few little small little knick-knack things, and yeah, should be good. It actually went through the firewall super nicely. The Infinity stuff's actually all already right here and ready to go in the glove box. So, I mean, this thing should be pretty fast to get going. If we can get the intercooler piping on today, I mean, within reason, oil and coolant in it, the car should be able to get started tomorrow. Alrighty, so Caden left for the day. Right now I'm working on intercooler piping. I'm gonna start welding in the IAT port right now for the intake air temperature sensor. I've gotten a lot of stuff done. All the intercooler piping is finished. All the fuel lines are finished. The intake manifold's all torqued down and tightened down. We have all the vacuum lines done and zip tied and all ready to go. So pretty much all we gotta do is get this intercooler pipe on today. It is 4th of July, so we're definitely gonna kind of just play it mellow and probably go ahead and just head home then for the day. But tomorrow we'll be doing fuel pump, clutch fan. We got to go ahead and get that conversion clutch fan from the LS400. Go ahead and get this together. Map sensor, all the other good stuff's already all plugged in and stuff too. Grounds are done for the harness. So pretty much, next thing was pull the coil packs. I went ahead and cleaned them all, checked them for any major cracks. Everything looks decent, worn, but definitely decent. These are the plugs that came out. I did drop one in the manifold down there, but you can kind of see engines seem to have run pretty good. The water is just from them pressure washing it, so there's nothing to be worried about that. The engine obviously sat after them cleaning it for a while. Already went ahead and took care of that. I've never used these ND plugs. They're probably some Japanese only style spark plug. So we're gonna be putting in the BKR7Es. These are the V-Power ones. We use these for pretty much everything, and they're pretty inexpensive for what it's going to be. So we're going to go ahead and get the plugs in, get the coil packs all plugged in. Today we're going to go ahead and get the clutch fan on in a little bit, and I'm going to start extending for all Mark III cars. Mostly whenever I do harnesses, you'll have to extend your OEM alternator plug and your OEM power wire. You can delete this and run a new wire from like the starter or from the battery to your alternator, but in this case I'm just going to go ahead and extend his factory stuff, and then we'll run it up and over the engine, factory down into the alternator. So it'll all look pretty good when we're done, but then after that we should be able to start this thing. I'm not sure if we're going to go to Danny's to Pexi, have him set up a base map over there, or have him come over here. I gotta call him this morning and see what the deal is gonna be. But we'll be getting the Infinity plugged in here pretty soon. So right now, Caden's dropping the gas tank on the Mark III. We're gonna inspect the inside, make sure there's no rust, and also see what's in the tank. I'm gonna say it's probably factory. So we'll get this on the floor, pull it out of the car, and then get the pump changed out. So OEM fuel pump is out. You can see inside of this thing, it's just 100% perfect inside. Looks brand new. So that's super awesome. Definitely super nice part to have for the customer. So let's get the pump changed. We're gonna try and use an FMS 340 this time, because customer's not going for a lot of power. We're just gonna be running it on E85. Shouldn't be a problem at all. So we're gonna be installing the FMS 340. This is the pump. Comes in super nice lettering and everything too. We've used these before in a lot of IS300s and like NAT setups and stuff. It's gonna serve the customer's purpose like totally good. I'd say it's about similar to AEM 340, any of the Dutchworks like 300, 400 fuel pumps. So they work great. Alrighty guys, well, we're almost there. I just went ahead and got his 12 blade clutch fan right here. This is the 7M GTE one, and then this is a brand new clutch fan for the clutch fan conversion that we're going to be doing, and it'll clear everything and the car will never overheat or have like any issues at all. So we're going to go ahead and get that part bolted on, and I think we're pretty close to getting this thing completely done. So let's see where we go next. I wanted to show you guys something as well right now. This is an adapter that we have made, and that's made that we use all the time for anything OEM that we're going to be converting to basically Infinity. This allows you to stack wideband or you know, any other sensor you want to run right here that's not going to be a factory Toyota sensor. And in the case of this, Caden's going to go ahead and remove the O2 sensor from down there that you can see right there. And it has studs, so this will slip down and be able to be tightened down and torqued down to where the wideband can get screwed in, and it'll actually work for the Infinity. So for this application, you would need something like this, or for any application we're going to be using a stock turbo, this may be your the part that you need. So wideband is installed. Another problem we had, the intercooler piping you buy from CX goes down over here, so you're not able to run a clutch fan. So we're not going to be able to use any of that. I'm going to have to remake it for him. I'm going to have to go here through the 7M GTE hole down into the intercooler. So hopefully I have what I need to get this done. Alrighty guys, so new morning, super early. Danny got here before his tune this morning. He's setting everything up to start. So let's hope everything was put together decent by the other mechanic, and everything that we did we know is good. So should be starting in the next few minutes. Throttle. So one of the first problems we had was battery voltage was 11 volts. So we went and got this brand new puppy right here. We're gonna go ahead and put it on, you know, brand new, not remanufactured. You can even see it's even got the nice barcode on it and everything. So we're gonna stick that on. We're gonna check voltage again. Should be okay. Car should be able to idle and run. While we're doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and pull the cluster out. We're gonna do the tack bypass, since this was an NA car. We need to do the GTE conversion to the tack, and then we're gonna put the glove box back together. I've already gone. We're gonna go ahead and put the glove box together and get the BTI mounted in the car. Alrighty guys, so if you guys wanna learn how to bypass the tack and the cluster on an Mk3 on your NA to a GTE conversion, and you want your tack to be able to read for your 1jz or 2jz swap for any other application that's gonna be non-distributor and coil packs, there's a whole video of me telling you guys how to take this thing apart, how to take it apart without breaking it, and how to do the bypass. I'll link the video in the description if you want to watch and you want to learn another DIY. That's going to save you a bunch of money. So let me go ahead and get this done so we can get the tack working, because I've already told you it's an NA car. We're going to go ahead and get this thing working in his car. Alrighty guys, so we're going to go ahead and get his JDM downpipe that we have right here, that you can see right here with the gasket, into his Mark III, and then hopefully we can go ahead and get the exhaust made for his nice mid pipe that we have to make him. Pretty much put the interior back together, and the car should be done today. So that'd be really cool. Alrighty guys, so this is pretty much finished product. We are pretty low on fuel, but you can see everything interior wise but the computer is put away. Got everything in here how it needs to be, to where literally all we have to do is basically close the glove box and you won't be able to see anything in here. And somebody needs to hook some wiring and whatnot, but I wanted to show you guys. We got BTI in here. Everything's working, and just so you can see that the tack works for the bypass, go ahead and push the clutch down. Look at that, you guys. Tack reads all nice. Got the exhaust all done. It's all finished and good to go. So got that nice OEM kind of thing going on in the rear with cat delete and bypass pipe. Everything under the car is finished up. Let me show you real quick. Got that nice mid pipe going into his OEM exhaust over there from our JDM downpipe. So yeah, guys, she's ready for dyno. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. AJ's Mk3 is done all in one video. So instead of breaking this thing up into like 2 or 3 different things, we were able to get it all done in one. Very, very excited for him. I bet he's gonna be super, super excited. I know this project has been there, not getting finished, and sitting around and bouncing from place to place and shop to shop for a long time. So there you have it. Bone stock 1jzgte non-VVTi in a Mk3 Supra with, instead of a stock wiring harness and stock ECU, we did I made him a custom Aem Infinity plug and play harness. Did already go ahead and put the bass tune in it. The car does move around. We did check the clutch and everything. Everything seems to be working like I was supposed to. So not expecting crazy horsepower on this thing or anything, guys, but the car should be really, really fun to watch and for people to be able to see basically what a stock 1JZ will do under like pretty much stock circumstances. And he's getting it tuned so we can run flex and we can have all the other stuff and he can have monitoring. I mean, obviously with the rising prices of engines, how expensive everything has become, it's just really, really stupid to not be able to protect your investment. So any questions, any ideas, anything you guys want to hear about or learn about, go ahead and feel free to message me or call us. Until next time, guys, peace.